Hello and welcome back to the Rick Carroll Auditorium as we are watching diving here. Callie Smith here, first up for North Penn. As you just saw, she just went.
And earned a 6 1/2, 6 1/2, and 6 1/2, making 3.
First dive, 51, 32D, third, 1 somersault, 1 twist, 3, 1.8. Rachel.
Now Rachel Fisher going for North Penn.
Rachel Fisher scores a 7, 6, and a 7 from the judges.
It's now the first diver for CB South, Vita Chabalo.
Five, 5 1/2, 4 1/2.
Excuse me, this is Vita Chabalo for CB South.
And Chabalo is awarded 5, 5 1/2, and 5.
So now for North Penn, Marie Jacopino.
A senior here at North Penn High School. She scores a 6 1/2, 6 1/2, and 7 1/2.
Now another senior for North Penn, Ryan Dormer.
And he earns 3 4s from the judges. Jacob Trump. He earns a 4, 4 1/2, and 1 1/2 from the judges.
So now Dave Reynolds here for CB South, the senior at CB South.
And Reynolds scores a 5, 5 1/2, and a 6.
So Evan Myers here, the freshman for North Penn.
And he scores a 4 1/2, 4 1/2, and 5. Evan Myers, a freshman at North Penn. And he earns a 4, 4.5, and 4.5 from the judges.
So Nash Nickerson up for CB South now.
He earns a 6.5, a 7, and a 7 from the judges.
So now Ian Bolin Bittner for North Penn here.
He earns a 6.5, 6.5, and a 7.
So Callie Smith here for North Penn, ready to go.
Six, 6.5, and another 6.
So Paige Burrow now for North Penn, who's a freshman here.
Eight and a half, 7, and 7.5.
So Rachel Fisher here, ready to go for North Penn.
Six and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2.
So now Vita Chabelot for CB South here, who was the only diver for CB South.
And the judges award Chabelot 7, a 7, and an 8.
So now Marie Jacopino, senior here for North Penn.
Jacopino earns a 7, a 7, and a 7 and 1/2. Up now, Ryan Dormer, a senior here at North Penn. The judges award him 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, and a 5.
So now Reese McLaughlin up for CB South.
And he earns a 5, 5.5, and another 5 from the judges.
Jacob Trump here for North Penn, who's a sophomore.
5, 5 and 1/2, and 5 and 1/2.
1.3, Evan.
So Dave Reynolds now for CB South.
Scores. 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5.
And the judges award Reynolds a 4.5, a 4.5, and a 5.
1.7, Nash.
So Evan Myers now for North Penn.
Scores. 5, 6, 5 and 1/2. Nash is
5,
next
6, 5 and 1/2.
1/2 somersaults tuck.
So Nash Nickerson up next, who had a very good dive his first time. See if he can follow it up with another one.
Nickerson earns a 6 and 1/2 and 2 7s for CB South.
So Ian Boland Bittner up next.
Seven, 7 and 1/2, and another 7.
Callie Smith up next for North Penn. Going into the third dive here.
The judges award Smith 5 and 1/2, 5, and another 5 and 1/2.
So now Paige Burrell here up next for North Penn.
Six and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2.
So now Rachel Fisher for North Penn.
Fisher earns 3 5s from the judges.
So now Vita Chabelot for North Penn, or excuse me, for CB South.
Seven, 6 and 1/2, and 6 and 1/2 for Chabelot.
So Marie Jacopino next for North Penn.
Seven, 7, 7 and 1/2.
Somersaults top, 2.2. Reese.
Ryan Dormer up for North Penn now.
Another North Penn senior. And Dormer scores a 5, and a 5 from the judges.
So Reese McLaughlin up for CB South now. He's a sophomore for Central Bucks South.
Four and a half, and 5.5.
So Jacob Trump now up for North Penn.
And Trump earns a 5.5, and a 5 for North Penn.
So Dave Reynolds now for CB South.
Six, 6 and 1/2, and 6 and 1/2.
So Evan Myers up for North Penn now, who is a freshman here.
And the judges score Myers 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, and 6 and 1/2.
So Nash Nickerson up next, who is a senior for CB South and has had 2 dives that were scored very high. See if you can follow up with a third.
Very deep in concentration. Five and 1/2, 6, and 6 and 1/2.
Now Ian Bolin Bittner up next, and him and Nickerson has had a tremendous day diving here. Bittner has also had 2 high scores. See if you can follow up with a third.
He earns 3 6s from the judges.
So Callie Smith now going into the 4th dive.
Six and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, and 6 and 1/2 for Smith.
Paige Burrell up next for North Penn.
6, 6 and 1/2, and a 5 and 1/2 from the judges.
Rachel Fisher up next for North Penn.
And she has scored a 5, a 5 and 1/2, and a 4 and 1/2.
So now Vita Chabelot, the lone diver for Central Bucks South, is up next.
Chabelot earns 3 sevens from the judges for CB South.
So now Marie Jacopino up for North Penn here.
Jacopino earns a 7, and a 7 and 1/2.
So Ryan Dormer here next for North Penn.
Dormer earns a 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, and a 4.
So Reese McLaughlin up next for Central Bucks South here.
And McLaughlin earns a 4 and 1/2 and 2 5s towards CB South's score.
So Jacob Trump up next for North Penn.
He has scored a 5, 5 and 1/2, and another 5 and 1/2 from the judges.
Dave Reynolds up next for CB South. He received a 5, 5 and 1/2, and a 6. Next up is Evan Myers for North Penn.
The 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, and 6 and 1/2.
Next up, Nash Nickerson for Central Bucks South.
Scores. 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2.
And Nickerson scores 3 6 1/2 for CB South.
0. Callie.
Ian Bolin Bintner next up for North Penn.
The last of this round of diving.
Scores. 3 and 1/2, 5, 3. Callie.
3 1/2, 5 and 3 for Bittner.
2.2 each.
So Callie Smith up next for North Penn.
Scores. 7, 6 and 1/2, 6. PG
7 6 1/2, 6 for Smith.
1 twist. 3, 2.5. Rachel.
So Paige Burrell up next for North Penn here.
Scores. 5 and 1/2, 6, 6 and 1/2.
5 1/2, 6 and 6 1/2.
Somersault stuff, 2.1.
Next up for North Penn is Rachel Fisher.
Scores. 6, 6, 6.
And the judges score Fisher 3 6s.
Forward, 1 and 1/2 somersault, 1 twist, 3, 2.2. Marie.
So Vita Chabelot next up for Central Bucks South.
Scores. 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2.
5 1/2, 5 1/2, 5 1/2.
Back 1 somersault, 2 and 1/2 twist, 3, 2.7. Ryan.
Marie Jacopino up next for North Penn here.
Scores. 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2.
5 1/2, 5 1/2, and 5 1/2 for Jacopino.
First dive tuck, 1.6. Reese.
Ryan Dormer up next for North Penn.
Scores. 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2.
4 1/2, 4 1/2, and 4 1/2 for Dormer.
1.7. Jacob.
Reese McLaughlin up next for CB South.
Scores. 4 and 1/2,
McLaughlin earns a 4 1/2, 5, and another 4 1/2.
Jacob Trump up next for North Penn.
Scores. 5, 5 1/2, 6 1/2. Dave's next
5, 5 1/2, and 6 1/2.
126. Evan.
Dave Reynolds up next for Central Bucks South.
Scores. 6, 6, 6.
And it is 3 6s for Reynolds.
1 1/2 somersault tuck, 2.2. Nash.
Evan Myers up next for North Penn.
Scores. 5, 4 1/2, 5. Nash's next
5, 4 1/2, and another 5.
somersault tuck, 2.1. Ian.
So now Nash Nickerson up for Central Bucks South.
Scores. 7 1/2, 7 1/2, 7.
7 1/2, 7 1/2, and a 7.
Somersault spike, 2.3. Callie.
So Ian Bolin Bintner up next for North Penn.
Scores. 7, 7, 8.
And Bittner earns a 7, 7, and an 8.
1 1/2 somersault, 1 twist, 3, 2.2. Range.
So Callie Smith up next for North Penn.
As we begin the next round of diving.
Scores. 6, 5 1/2, 5. Pages
6, 5 1/2, and 5.
somersault spike, 2.6. Rachel.
So Paige Burrell up next for North Penn.
Scores. 8, 7 1/2, 7 1/2.
8, 7 1/2, and another 7 1/2.
1 somersault, 1 1/2 twist, 3, 2.3. Ida.
Rachel Fisher up next for North Penn.
Scores. 7, 6 1/2, 5.
7, 6 1/2, and a 5.
Side tuck, 1.6. Marie.
Vita Chabelot up next for Central Bucks South.
6, 7 and 1/2, and an 8 for Chabelo.
Marie Jacopino up next for North Penn here.
What?
She's the final girl diver for both North Penn and Central Bucks South for diving today.
Also one of the seniors who will be acknowledged at North Penn Senior Night. And she scores an 8, a 7 and 1/2, and a 7 for North Penn.
So Ryan Dormer, the first guy up in the last round of diving for North Penn.
And he scores a 4 and 1/2, and a 4.
So Reese McLaughlin up next for Central Bucks South.
Two threes and a 3 and 1/2 for McLaughlin.
So Jacob Trump up next for North Penn.
Four and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, and 4 and 1/2.
Dave Reynolds up next for Central Bucks South.
And Reynolds earns 3, 5 and 1/2 from the judges.
So Evan Myers up next for North Penn.
Seven, 6 and 1/2, and 6.
So Nash Nickerson, the final boy diver for Central Bucks South, looking to finish strong here. He had a strong performance with his dives all day.
And Bittner scores a 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, and 5 and 1/2.
So Ian Bolin Bittner up next for North Penn, the final diver of the day and the final diver for North Penn.
And Bittner scores a 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, and a 6 and 1/2 from the judges. Tonight is Northland Senior Night, and we will be right back with the recognition after this break.